the Imola GP is looking to be the most exciting race of the season. Formula One is a relentless battle based on many factors at play. McLaren's impressive set of upgrades and a perfectly timed safety car at the Miami Grand Prix propelled Lando Norris to a wonderful victory.
Brand new Grand Prix winner, Lando Norris.
And the upgrades teams are rolling out for Imola are just one factor that will decide the winner. So, what should we expect at Imola? Could we see another defeat for Red Bull again, or another Max blowout? Let's find out. Now, McLaren went all in on upgrades for Lando Norris in Miami. He zoomed to his first ever Formula One win, making fans go wild. Now, with the entire upgrade package ready for teammate Oscar Piastri, anticipation is high for this weekend's Grand Prix. This race is like a crossroads for many reasons. It's the 7th round of the 2024 championship, and a lot could change after this. The track in Imola is totally different from Miami, so it's like a big test to see if what happened in the last race was just luck, or if McLaren has really got something special. But to do that, they'll have to overcome the significant challenges of the Imola GP. Imola has a narrow track layout which tends to limit wheel-to-wheel action and overtaking opportunities. This issue was somewhat mitigated with the introduction of the DRS, drag reduction system, on the start-finish straight, which has been huge in recent seasons. However, the possibility of thunderstorms on race day could introduce an element of unpredictability, making for an exciting and challenging race at Imola. Also, the Imola track has received a significant makeover, ramping up the challenge for drivers. One of the key changes includes the addition of gravel at the exit of the Grazzini chicane, formerly known as Variante Alta. This adjustment means that any driver, including Charles Leclerc, who made a costly mistake here in 2022, will find it more difficult to rejoin the track if they run off. Moreover, the circuit's asphalt sections have been reduced in certain areas, notably at the Piratella and the Acque Minerali sections. These modifications are designed to increase the track's difficulty, leaving little room for error and demanding higher precision from the drivers. With these changes, even the smallest mistake could have significant consequences, adding an extra layer of excitement and unpredictability to the race. Now, beyond the track changes, weather conditions, and the unpredictability they bring, another crucial factor that could impact the race's outcome is the upgrades that teams will be bringing to the track this weekend. Teams have been working tirelessly to develop and implement upgrades that could give them an edge, and that was what gave McLaren a small edge in Miami. The upgraded B version of the car appeared to address top speed concerns and showcased improved tyre management, hinting at enhanced aerodynamic performance. If Imola shows the same thing, it's going to be a huge benefit for Lando and Oscar. And let's not forget about Red Bull. They're not just sitting back and relaxing. No, they've got some tricks up their sleeve too. They're serious about staying ahead of McLaren and making sure Max Verstappen stays on top. Reports have it they're bringing a whole new set of upgrades to Imola. Red Bull has been quick off the mark in 2024, rolling out their first round of upgrades as early as the Japan GP. Max Verstappen put them to good use in Japan, snagging his 4th win of the year. However, Red Bull has seen its advantage slowly erode a bit over time. It's the nature of the game. When you're leading, staying ahead becomes increasingly challenging. Meanwhile, rivals have been busy studying Red Bull's playbook and making gains of their own. While the next upgrades may not be game changers, they're expected to provide incremental improvements. Red Bull has kept the details under wraps, but one thing's for sure, they're aiming to extend their lead in the standings. The extent of Red Bull's upgrade for Imola remains shrouded in mystery. Christian Horner recently hinted that the changes might not be major. Red Bull is focusing on making minor improvements to refine the car. This could help unlock more performance without completely changing things. With a standard practice schedule at the Imola weekend, there's ample opportunity to fine-tune the latest tweaks to the car. However, the competition isn't sitting idle. McLaren is tinkering with their Miami upgrades, and Ferrari is gearing up to unleash their own set of enhancements for the SF24. Never one to rest on their laurels, Ferrari is ramping up their efforts to extract every ounce of performance from the SF24. Their ambitious upgrade package promises to transform the car into a formidable challenger to Red Bull's dominance. Ferrari is gearing up for a significant overhaul, as they're set to unveil a heavily revised car featuring Red Bull-inspired side pods and a revamped floor. The team has been testing these upgrades on their filming day this week, and it's reported that the upgrades could be worth up to 4/10. Expressing anticipation for the impending upgrades, driver Charles Leclerc emphasized their importance, stating, "It will be a very important upgrade. It will determine how the rest of our season plays out. I'm looking forward to that, and I hope that we can take a big step forward." With Ferrari set to unleash their latest upgrade, the burning question on everyone's mind is whether they can deliver a triumphant victory for the passionate Tifosi on home turf. It's a dream deeply ingrained in the hearts of Italian fans, but the answer may hinge on a potential stumble from Red Bull. While McLaren showcased race pace in Miami, Ferrari remains hopeful that its strong one-lap speed will be a crucial asset at the challenging Imola circuit, where overtaking opportunities are scarce. The last time Formula One graced the iconic track in 2022, it was a mixed bag for Ferrari. Charles Leclerc, in a bid for glory, suffered a setback with an unforced error, relinquishing valuable championship points at the Variante Alta chicane. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen seized the opportunity, securing pole position, the race win, and the fastest lap, known as a Grand Slam. It'll be amazing to see an intriguing intra-team battle between Leclerc and his teammate Carlos Sainz Jr. at Imola this weekend. Sainz, spurred on by the announcement of Lewis Hamilton taking his seat for 2025, has shown renewed vigour. With Sainz's future in flux and a race win already under his belt this season, his motivation in front of the fervent Tifosi is unquestionable. If Ferrari can successfully bridge the gap and compete at the same level as these formidable adversaries, it could mark the beginning of an exhilarating season with three contenders, Red Bull, McLaren and Ferrari, vying for victory. With only 6 races completed out of a total of 24, the championship race could end up being a battle, and any of these teams can win it. Oh, and what about Mercedes? Well, it's quite surprising that Mercedes isn't even in the conversation when it comes to teams contending for the championship title this season. It marks a significant decline from their previous dominance. Nevertheless, Mercedes remains resolute in their pursuit of upgrades, refusing to be left behind in the upgrade race. The Silver Arrows introduced a set of upgrades in Miami, with a keen emphasis on refining the floor of the W15. And they're not stopping there. More upgrades are in the pipeline for Imola. Andrew Chauvelin, the team's trackside engineering director, shed some light on their progress following the Miami race and their goals for the upcoming race in Italy. Chauvelin stated, "We managed to pull forward about half of our update kit to Miami, and the other half is going to arrive in Imola. We're working very hard on future races to try to bring developments to them as well. Did it work as expected? Yes. It all looks like it's delivering the performance that we were hoping for from the floor." Mercedes is gearing up for Imola with 4 significant upgrades, focusing on the floor body, cooling louvers, front wing and front suspension. There's also talk of further tweaks to the floor roof volume and the floor edge detail. But don't hold your breath for a surprise from Mercedes. The reality is that the battle for victory at Imola looks set to be between Red Bull, McLaren or Ferrari. So, what's your prediction for Imola this weekend? Will we have an unexpected winner, or will Red Bull maintain their dominance and stay ahead of the pack? Let us know in the comments down below.